My name is Moraya Mwangi, a psychologist who runs a business of consultancy in the education sector. I am also a believer and a multi-passionate businesswoman. My business is under the covering of Alpha Consultants. One of the divisions is for life coaching, which basically means that we coach individuals who are children as well as adults into success, mindset gains, as well as trauma recovery, which now leads us to the second division of the business, that is educational or education related, where we carry out learning interventions for children who are failing in school or underperforming because of one reason or another that is beyond the classroom factors. My personal journey in, first of all, seeking to find my niche came about after a lot of just going with the flow of where I thought my business was leading me. I started as a book club. I was doing it for social reasons. And then that is where I realized there's a greater need for the children who are around me. And so that eventually brought me towards the niche of actually more or less rescuing the children who are struggling in class because of life situations or life events that had altered something in them that had made them not be able to succeed in the classroom. My niche came about after about maybe 2.5 years of just seeking to find my place in the business arena, which would then translate to the need for a lot of patience, sometimes discouragement, and mostly the imposter syndrome, where you wonder, what am I really doing? But then as you continue to trust in the Lord and ask the Lord to guide you and lead you in the way that you should go, then the clouds begin to move away, and for sure you find your footing in business. First, the advice I would give you is to start. You will not discover your niche until you start. Everything that is maybe in your thoughts, you believe you have an idea, you believe you have an opportunity in the business market, my first advice is to start. After starting, next thing would be, as an entrepreneur, that you begin to mingle. It is very, very important. The Word of God says that if you have a lamp, then you should light it and place it on the table. So as an entrepreneur, it is very good to mingle with others, show up for your business, no matter how small it looks, but always keep that dream alive. And then after mingling with others, is to keep improving yourself as well as your business system and how you're set up. That will definitely do something for your business. Regarding market research, for you to find a profitable niche, there are so many things. So I'll start with the basic. The first place you go to is Google. You want to find out something that's global. You want to know who else has done what you're doing, who else has thought to do what you're doing. And when you go to Google, you will be flooded with information. How market research comes in is, don't look so much at what others have done. Remember what you desire to do, and the key factor to your niche being successful and impactful is that if you're the only one who has to do it initially for it to make that impact that you seek, then all you can do is borrow from those who have been before you. At this point, it is good to note that anyone who has been successful will always leave a clue, either in their business journey. They will tell you they started at home, they started in their sitting room, they started in their garage, and that should just motivate you to know that it's possible. After going on the internet and looking at the global perspective, then you come home. Home is where you are, what is available to you, what resources are available to you, and then you begin to now attach yourself to your business. Your business as an entrepreneur will only grow when people who know you, they know that it is actually you running their business and that they can trust you to deliver, so that once you have attached yourself to your business, then it becomes you pumping life into that business, showing up for your business in every way possible, and that should be able to now have brought you closer to people knowing you do this. And then you begin to ask important questions using Google Forms, using any other form. How much would you pay for this? Do you think this is relevant? How long would you want to take this service for? And as you get that feedback, you begin to find who you would rather work with. So that is one of the ways, or a few of the ways, that market research would lead you to finding a profitable niche. Strategies that would be highly recommendable for an entrepreneur that are timeless. You know, in business, you cannot say, I researched when I was starting out 8 years ago and I am good to go. No, the markets are always changing. The clients are diversifying their needs. So the best strategy to keep your business afloat is to keep engaging with your client. Keep asking them, or offer them, mostly depending on your kind of business. Referral bonuses really boost you. If you tell them, if you refer to people, you get this from my business. If you're able to do this for me, then this will be a benefit to you. You know, in whatever industry you're in, whether it's a garbage collection or whatever, you just learn how to attach yourself now to the market through the people that have already welcomed your business idea. That is a timeless strategy that has worked for me, because the best kind of business is referral business, because that word of mouth is more or less a testimony of what someone has experienced, as compared to someone engaging with you based on an advertisement that you might have placed online. So I would highly recommend the referral way of business. And the timeless strategy is, once you have attached yourself to your business, attach yourself to your clients. Let them feel that you're there for them. Let them see that you care, and that will definitely do something great for your business. Many people start the business either based on a need in their community or an experience that led them to that desire to meet that need in society. I would like to maybe talk about maybe the most famous or globally known Oprah Winfrey, who had been through her own personal journey. And as a child, you know, even from around 9 years old, when she already began to promise herself that the life of her grandmother, the life her mother had lived, would not be a portion, she has worked very hard, and she has been able to impact nations, men, women, families, because of her own experience. Another person who has had a great impact is a man by the name of Jim Quick, who also had an experience where he had a delayed milestone, and that has opened a great business for him in quick learning, where he helps children or individuals who are in that space. You know, if you want to learn anything, then you're able to do that. Finally, I think I would use myself as an example from my own experience, in that during my life journey, I went through a trauma experience that really held me back, and it took me about 28 years to confront that trauma. And after that, when I went to university, I was an A student, because I now understood that this had been my blind spots, and that is why I'm so passionate about what I do, because I realized that helping someone clear their view will definitely impact their life in a way that is totally transformational. Some of the challenges that I faced included lack of capital, offering a new service in the market. It felt more like a complementary service. And those being the two biggest challenges that I faced initially, I started the referral bonus so that the business would provide its own sort of financing. If you refer this client, then I give you this. So that helped my business a lot. When I made that referral bonus offer to my clients, it kind of gave me some money to work with. Also, I borrowed from my savings, which was a bit tough because around the same time COVID happened. And then now, from the other aspect of offering a new service, I had to really spend a lot of time in prayer, especially asking the Lord for the proper language to introduce this service to the market. And by His grace, I was able to reach a significant number of people because of the language. So even as an entrepreneur, you cannot use either too big words or too regular words. You really have to speak your heart and your mind to the market so that you resonate with the people who have been looking for the service that you're offering. We live in quite unprecedented times, unpredictable times, and it is good to note that if you look at your business as an opportunity, a timeless opportunity, I think many entrepreneurs start their businesses and run them from now. You're running your business from now, so that if a client asks you about a service you'll be offering in the next 2 years and you hadn't thought about it, then you'll say, no, we don't offer that. So for you to adapt in an ever-evolving market is to imagine, after you have succeeded, what would be next, because that will mean that when a client approaches you, they can see your business in the future. And I think that's one of the great secrets of entrepreneurship, that your clients know you're not touch and go. You're going to be there for a sustainable time, so that then they feel like there is more value they're getting than just the service. How you evolve in the entrepreneur's world is that you keep in tab with the market, with your competition, with people whose businesses you can support. Sometimes as entrepreneurs, you believe you want to fight it out, you want to battle it out in the market, when you could simply also attach yourself to someone offering what they are already doing, and you can improve it for them. So maybe it's to work with another organization and tell them, I know you've been doing this. I think if this came on board for you, then you would be able to get A, B, C results. I think that would really, really help any entrepreneur to adapt and evolve during these times that we are currently living in. I think some of the misconceptions that entrepreneurs have, first I'll talk about the entrepreneur and then the people who you're presenting your business to. A misconception that many entrepreneurs have is, as long as you have a business name, a business idea, everyone will start looking for you. The truth about it is good to have those, but the true work is in how much are you again lighting your lamp and placing it on the table. Are you very familiar with the facts that surround your business, so that if a client approaches you, you're able to promise them something and actually over-deliver on their expectation. So the first misconception is that once you say this is what you do, everybody will look for you. No, it's initially you have to look for everybody. You have to introduce yourself severally, even to your family members, even to your extended family. You have to keep reminding them that this is what I do, and eventually now to the people around you and beyond you, and then you can go building yourself that way. A misconception that maybe the community might have towards entrepreneurs is you will not last, you don't look rock solid, you don't look like you know what you're doing, and that should not deter you as an entrepreneur. You should keep your focus. The Word of God says those whose minds are stayed on the Lord, those whose minds are focused on the promises of God, then you have something that you're holding on to that's intangible, which means that that word of God, that motivation that is beyond your thought, will keep you pumping blood into your business, pumping life into your business, and then you will just see the hand of the Lord also supporting your efforts. Remember, the Bible also says that a man who does not work should not eat. So those first days, there are those misconceptions of, I have done all that I can do, I don't think it's paying me off. Maybe you just need to rest and recharge. And also, one of the things that helped me in my own entrepreneurial journey was to present myself as a client to my own business. What would I be looking for? How would I want it delivered? How would I want it presented? Who am I selling to? Why am I selling it? Are there times that I'm closed? When I'm closed, what business am I losing? How do I charge for the days that I know or the hours that I know are not working, local working hours? So when you also sell your business to yourself, I like to tell my comrades who we are in groups together that the first person I negotiate with about my business is myself. I have to ask myself, if this and that is what I'm thinking to do or not to do, then what is the impact of it? So all those misconceptions come, and that one can bat to another and another. But if you're in touch with yourself, if you remember why you're doing your business, then allow yourself to grow very, very organically. That's another very important part of misconceptions, that you want a big shop right now, and you don't have the finances for it. So maybe you're selling electronic devices, you go and get a big space, you're not even using all of it. So why not start with a small booth, save, and then after 3 years, rent a big shop and proceed. So you have to allow your business to grow organically, the natural way. The role of passion in discovering your niche is very, very important, because there are highs and lows in business. And being an entrepreneur, it would mean that the idea has come from you. Even if you have discussed it with your friends, with your family, and they told you that's a very brilliant idea, you need to have that passion. And I like to break downward, the way passion is like pass and ion. You have to keep ions, very positively charged, and then you have to keep passing, so you have a pass ion. So you're building your passion by always charging yourself positively. You're always creating environments for productivity. You can't say your business failed because you are living with your parents. No, find a place, even in that home, where you can say, this is the place I come to nurture my business. Whether it's in the garage, whether it's in the garden, this is where I come to ponder over my business. And then from there, start investing. Show the world what you're doing for your business. Offer pro bono services. Just put yourself out there. Bring value. Don't just sell services or goods. What value are you offering? So your passion is what will direct your energy. Once you have those ions passing through, and the more they're building up, the more your passion is increasing. As it increases, then you find that I have more and more energy, I have more and more readiness to pursue my business idea. I'll start with diversification, because when you enter any market, you have all these solutions that you can see. If that business was doing this, this is what is missing in the market, or I want to do this because I can do it, will open 4 doors for me. Diversification is very, very good, especially when you're starting, as you're working towards finding your niche, because then as time goes by, you figure out what is more pleasurable for you. As an entrepreneur, you need to do your business with a smile. You need to do your business with a joyful and cheerful spirit. The word of God says that whatever is good, whatever is joyful, whatever is kind, whatever is profitable, keep your mind on that thing. So if your business is not causing you that pleasure, that joy, diversification is a place for you. Keep offering different services until you can find that, oh yes, this is the one that I will not sleep until it is done, which now leads you to specialization. Once you realize that this is what you want to do, this is how you're going to do it, this is how the competition is doing it, but I prefer to do it this way because this is what gives me joy. Now you have begun to carve out your niche. Now you have just gotten to the top of your cookie jar. You open it and you realize the cookie that really has the flavor you want is right at the bottom, but you have to pass through these other cookies in your jar to get there. By the time you're getting to the bottom of your cookie jar, you have upscaled, you now know why you charge, how you charge, you know who your target market is, and you're even able to say, I would like to offer my service to you, but unless it is complemented by someone else's service, I'm sorry, then you are not my client, which means that you're not saying no to income, you know your place in the market. And clients value that when they realize that this person really understands what they're doing, they know what they're offering, and so they're able to say, all right, I will look for you when what I need is what you're offering. For those who are already in the business arena and you have grown, like I said earlier, you have been in the business for a while, dynamics have changed, you used to provide certain services or goods that are now, your clients used to come to you, for example, and now you need to get it out because everyone is no longer living to go to an office. After COVID, there have been such dynamic changes in institutions, especially maybe in our country, just talking at the local level. Then you have to now think quickly, what is the best way of understanding my niche to meet the need of my client? So you have to rethink. Now think of your business again as your client. This person was supposed to, I used to go to this shop for this. This is where I used to get my vegetables. Now I am not working in that area anymore, but you have been my service provider for 4 years. You understand my order. How will you get me the vegetables? So what do you do? Who do you team up with to keep your niche carved out? All right. Another way you can look at it is tweaking your niche. Maybe you are doing something for a broader market, and now people have taken up new options. All right. Maybe they have said instead of having a secretary at the office, we'll hire a virtual assistant. How do you tap into that market to get the service that you're offering? Maybe you have realized, okay, so the big supermarkets are now doing deliveries. How does that affect your place in that business transaction? So if you're already in business, the best secret is to treat yourself as a customer to your business and ask yourself, what would I want? And because you know your clients, you have been interacting with them, place yourself in their shoes and understand them, because those business relationships are the ones that build your business name. So that would be my advice, that look at your business as your client, buy from your own business. Imagine I have been transferred to another county, or I have left the country, but my family is still here and I want them to not feel my absence. How do you step into those big shoes to make sure that my things continue running the way they used to? So I think that would be my take for those who are already in business. Finally, as we end this conversation on finding your niche, I would just like us to remember that as business people, you can have a good idea, but what I have found to work the most is a God idea. Make sure that you involve God in your good idea, and for sure you will see business coming your way that you had not precedented, you had not expected. And when God is involved in the work of your hands, it is true, I have found that He does make all things beautiful at His time. We will be very happy to offer our services to anyone who is in need of consultancy or coaching through a situation. Could be a family situation, a child situation, an academic situation. We are located at Nairobi West on Bukani Road. Our social media handles are Facebook, Monicole Consultants, and our website is on wordpress.com, Alpha Group KE. We look forward to hearing from you, even if it's just to hear your story and be able to know that you're out there. Maybe you will just help us carve out another niche just to be able to meet your need. We will be very, very glad to hear from you and do business that is God-oriented and God-motivated. This has been your guest, Moriah Mwangi. Thank you so much for tuning in to Prayer Cave TV. Let's keep watching and being blessed together.